Let's get into this and a whole lot more with former Senator Cory Bernardi, potential future Senator, because she announced it on our show last week that she is running for the Senate, and see what happens in the Liberal Party in New South Wales. It's Fiona Scott. And, well, for services to talking points, Joe Hildebrand will end up somewhere. Of course, in the meantime, you can hear him on 2GB, read him all over the place. Cory, now, let's get to what I just laid out. Cost of transition. Far right-wing think tank involving Princeton University, and universities here uses the word T for trillions of dollars. Was this the lead story anywhere tonight? This is probably the first time anyone's heard about it tonight. Will anyone ask the Prime Minister about it tomorrow? Hell no. Will everyone have to pay? You bet.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. And the only people who will ask about it tomorrow will be the Sky News, I suspect, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. In Australia, it is trillions, but globally, the Bank of America estimated it would be $150 trillion, would require massive amounts of additional mining, which they don't even know if we've got the resources to do it, actually, rare earths and a whole bunch of other stuff, including the cobalt mines in the Congo where the child slaves are into it, in order to build the batteries and to do all the things, the transmission lines which have been outlined. This is the greatest fraud, I think, that's ever been perpetrated. It's an economic nightmare. It's impossible to achieve, particularly by 2030 or 2050, unless we develop brand new technologies which are, miles away. They're not going to involve transmission lines or newfangled batteries. They're going to have to be far in advance of that. And it's a folly to pretend that nuclear shouldn't be part of the solution going forward. They say it's too expensive, but they're subsidising these renewables to the tune of tens of billions of dollars, maybe trillions of dollars going forward, and they still say a proven baseload emissions-free electricity source is too difficult to implement in this country. It's madness.
Joe, is part of the hope here that essentially the transitional conversation becomes a little bit like the NDIS, where everyone agrees on the principle, then it just becomes essentially too big a problem to actually put a number on or start to deal with? Because these are serious people and they're saying trillions, right? It's not me. It was the CSIRO was trillion. Now it's trillions. You did the stuff and you did the reporting about the polling. Does somebody want action on climate change? Hell yeah. You want to pay for it? Hell no. Well, guess what? You're going to pay for it.
Yeah, well, you certainly pay for it. We'll all pay for it in one way or another, just like we're paying for energy.
But it's trillions.
Yes, but that's trillions that is going to be outlaid to build these new renewable things. That's not counting the amount of money saved by the stuff that people aren't going to have to do on the existing electricity, be it the existing mines, the existing generators. It's not counting the amount of jobs that will be created and the amount of tax that those workers will then pay to the government. And that is a catch-all number that includes everything the consumer might pay, everything the private sector might pay, everything the government might pay.
There's a bill.
And it's over 30 years.
Yeah.
So
let's divide that as $500 billion.
It sounds like a huge amount, but $500 billion is the sort of amount of money that we spend in the budget on, I mean, I think we've got net debt already of $1 trillion or something like that. Now, no one is saying that that's good, but obviously it is going to cost money. Everything costs money.
100%.
I think we should be using gas more as a transitional power source. I certainly agree with that.
But all I ask for is the honesty about that.